What's up, everybody? So I just finished messing with this Hill Phoenix rack here, and I just got a call for a walk-in cooler that's running warm. So I'm gonna see if I can't take you guys along with me. We're on the west side of Fort Worth right now, and we're gonna travel to Arlington. So see you guys there in a minute. All right, guys, here we are, walk-in cooler running at about 54 degrees. We got a beacon system. Controllers say off. Let's see what's going on here. It's got an E6 alarm, so I'll take this panel off and see what that is. But so this is probably going to be the master. You can go ahead and open this up and see what happens. Alright, guys, so E6, low superheat during cooling, and the system just started up. Cool, it's 50 degrees. Let me go to monitor, superheat, 0. That's a problem. Expansion valve, it's only open 4 steps. Suction temperature is 50, saturation 50, suction pressure is 104 psi. No bueno. 104 psi. Either that transducer's bad, or we might not even be calling for cool right now. Let's check this. Check this liquid line real quick. Liquid line is cold. Might have to jump up on the roof, see if that compressor's running. Alright, guys, so it is saying that it has 104 psi on the suction pressure. And if we look back here at my suction gauge, it's about 104 psi. So that transducer is good. More than likely, this compressor's not running. So let's go ahead and go up there to the condenser and find out what's going on. Hey guys, this is the condensing unit, and as you can see, we have fan running. Trying not to get the wind here on the compressor on the microphone. But we got the fan running, compressor's not running. It does not feel hot. I just heard it try to start. See if I can get an amp clamp on it. So, see if it's pulling lock rotor amps. Yep, there it is. It just tried to start again, and nothing. So, next time it tries to start, we're gonna get an inrush current on it. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes here. But it is a 3-phase compressor, and we'll see if it's locked up. We'll do what somebody mentioned on my channel. He's like, hey, flip 2 of these wires and see if you can unlock it. So we'll try to do that today. See, there it is. Just try to start, and we didn't register any amps, or maybe the amp draw was over what this meter can read. So that compressor's probably bad, but let's go ahead and swap these 2 lines and see what we can do. So before we start this little experiment, let me explain something. This is a scroll compressor. Scroll compressors are rotation sensitive. What I was talking about earlier was on a different video, I had a reciprocating compressor. That one can go either way. These have to go certain rotation because they are scroll compressors. All I'm doing right here is I'm gonna see if we can run it backwards and maybe dislodge whatever is possibly lodged somewhere, you know, causing some sort of mechanical, you know, kind of throwing a wrench in the gears. So either way, I believe we're gonna have to replace it. But this is just an experiment, guys, just an experiment. I want to clear that up before somebody calls me out on running a compressor the wrong way. So here we go. Backwards. running 7 amps. All right, now let's go ahead and switch them back and let's see if we managed to accomplish anything. All right, guys, we got the wires back the way they originally were. And let's go ahead and see if we can get a inrush reading on this guy. There it is. See if we didn't dislodge something or see what happens. He's running. So we had 14 amps on startup. Drawing 10 amps right now. She's running. Might not have been a good thing. We don't even know what happened to it. Something's definitely lodged inside or something. All right, guys, system just started up again. Running about 10 amps. As you can see, my suction pressure is a little low. Really kind of want to be up here about 20-25 degrees or so. They're running a little low. Check the charge real quick. Yeah, got a full sight glass. We can put the gauge on the discharge, see what we got. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. I pumped down the receiver for 2 reasons. Number one, I wanted to verify that the sight glass was full and not empty. So when you pump this down, when you front seat this valve, it's going to shut off the flow of refrigerant this way, and you'll see the sight glass start emptying out. So it was a full sight glass. And also number 2, I did it as a compressor test. I wanted to make sure this compressor could pump down, and sure enough, it's holding right there. So it was able to pump down. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring this up to the customer and I'm going to say we need to replace the compressor because I don't know why it was locked up. I don't know if there's something internal going on, and I mean, it's running, but I don't want this to be an issue of somebody else having to come back on a weekend. So today's a Friday, so I'm going to go ahead and recommend we replace it. Compressor, 1/2-inch dryer, 7/8 suction dryer, and 3-pole contactor. All that's going to go in new with the compressor. So let me go ahead and open this up and show you the sight glass. See if you can see, we can see it fill up. There we go. All right, guys, just made a couple phone calls. We have been approved to change that compressor. So I'm gonna go pick it up and then we'll come back and install it. But in this case, guys, this is actually the best thing you could do. Is you don't want to run the risk of that compressor messing up again, getting stuck or something, and somebody else will be out here on a weekend, especially if we've already identified that the compressor was locked up. So that's what we're gonna do before we go get the parts. Running 42 degrees. So we're in cool mode. I just came back in here to grab my stuff, but we're running cool 43 degrees. So we're good to go. That compressor's running right now, but I guarantee you that thing's gonna lock up again and we're gonna have call back. Guys, back from the supply house. Got some tools up here. Compressor's down in the truck, but I just wanted to show you. Sorry for the noise. This compressor's still running. Kind of a shame. We're gonna change it out, but I'm telling you, man, you don't change this out, it's gonna come back and bite somebody on a Saturday at 3 a.m. So I'm doing somebody a favor. dryer out. About to put this compressor in. Always verify your model, serial number, and voltage. Right there. Voltage and phase. Always verify that before you install it. You don't want to be that guy installs a 460 compressor on a 220 unit. Alright guys, so we're done piping in the suction right here, and we're gonna re-pipe the discharge, because if you saw how this was all the way up here. So we're gonna go ahead and pipe it in. I'm gonna reuse that little this little access port right there, and then we're just gonna kind of bring it in down here and cut right here and 90 over. So we're just gonna get rid of that. You can probably tell where this used to be a reciprocating compressor. So we're just gonna repipe it. All right guys, we got the compressor in. I didn't have enough time to bring you guys along for the brazing and all that, but pretty much we ran a new discharge line, 90 in right down there. And then these dryers are always a little smaller, so you got to put a piece of copper. And yes, I know I burned it. Sue me. It's all good. We already pressure tested everything. We only put about 80 pounds because we don't want these valves to start bleeding nitrogen into the refrigerant. So everything seems to be good. We've already tested it out with some Big Blue, and we're not getting any bubbles anywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and release the charge and throw the vacuum on it. Guys, I think I'm out here saving the world. I'm absolutely not. I got this hose right here just pulling down the suction line to the compressor. This hose right here is pulling down the liquid line up to the king valve right here. And then I have this 1/4-inch hose just pulling in that piece of discharge up to here. So we're just gonna pull a quick vacuum. Nothing special. No 500 microns, just something pretty quick. Get all that air, moisture out, and then we're gonna open up the system and start it up. Everything's open. Discharge line, suction line, king valve, service valves. Everything's good to go. You see the moment of truth right here. 10 amps. It's not bad. Gonna give it a few minutes to stabilize. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start taking some of this stuff off the roof, and we'll get ready to get out of here. I just got a call from a buddy of mine. We got 4 more calls on the board, and it's just the beginning of On-Call Friday. Been running for a few minutes. We're looking pretty good on our suction pressure. Discharge pressure is about 180 or so. We don't have any leaks. My buddy changed out this contactor, but it's good to go. And we're only running about 10 amps or so, 9 amps. So this is good to go, guys. That's it. Successful little compressor change out. Let me know in the comments if you guys would have done something different. I just didn't want to leave the other compressor and let it lock up on someone else some other day. So that'll be it, gents. Everybody, thank you for watching once again. We'll see you guys on the next service call. Hey guys, I want to show you something. Look at the amount of birch shit all around the ledges. So whenever we're roping down our tools and compressors and stuff, that's all in the rope. It gets all in your hand. It's probably all bird poop. Look at that. So they all stand on this line right here, like that guy, and they just poop everywhere. Look at that. Look at that building right next to us. So whoever has to work on these little units right here has to be on bird poop. It's just nasty. But you want to be a refrigeration tech? Go ahead. I'm gonna get out of here, guys.